Hello fellow modelers and styling fanatics, welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is doing fine and enjoys the hobby. Concrete Banger is back with another one of its notorious episodes. Split personalities and parallel universes George will be your host once again. In our previous episode I said that I am going to have a final for our SDK FZ184 Elefant from Dragon in 1 to 35th scale in kit number 6126, and as promised, I came to deliver. So you guys grab a seat, make yourselves comfortable, and crack the mandatory cold one, because Past George is out. And it's time for part 7, which is going to be the weathering stage of the Elefant. Welcome guys. So I'm gonna cut straight to the chase because nobody wants the extra chatter. I'm gonna start with apologizing for my brain fart in the previous episode. And when I say brain fart, I mean about the crosses that I needed to attach over here in the sides. Decals couldn't conform in the surface, but I could freehand paint the German cross symbol. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that in the first part of the stage. So this is the first thing we are going to do. Second thing is to start the weathering stage. About the weathering stage now, I don't want to do a heavily weathered model because I didn't have plans for a heavily weathered model from the get-go. So I'm gonna do some slight chipping across the hatches and the areas where the crew operates. I'm gonna do a slight dusting, maybe some mud splatters over here on the sides of the vehicle and various stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the German crosses and the chipping effect around the hatches, and we're gonna see how it goes. Luckily, we're gonna have a nicely weathered model, and I'm not gonna mess up the looks of it. So I'm gonna do that I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna be back to tell you what exactly happened and how exactly I did it.
One eternity later.
Well guys, here we are. Although I told you that I'm only going to detail paint the crosses, one thing led to another, and here it is. The Elefant is fully weathered by my standards at this point. That's what I want for this build, a slightly weathered vehicle. You know, I couldn't stop. Let's do this, let's do the other, I'm gonna film later, and here we are. It is all done. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. I didn't do a lot of stuff, but I think that what I did was enough. So let's start from the crosses. Few of you remember that few of you must remember that I could not make the decals of the German crosses conform, so I took the liberty to freehand paint them, and here we are. This is one side, this is the rear, and this is the other side. Okay, this one is the worst of all three, but anyway, it is what it is right now. For those I used, let me see, for the white I used this one, Panzerraces 344, white German tank crew, and for the black I used this one, 71057 black from Model Air, both colors from Vallejo. Then I opted to do some dust, to add some dust. Anyway, I used water and a mix of pastels that I've got. I have pulverized all these colors and I mix them over here together with some with this pigment, and I have managed to make this soil color. Okay, now it's a little bit more mixed because it is not, you know, fully, it does not fully close anyway. So I made this color. I used water to as a pigment agent, and I have applied to every corner of the vehicle. And when I talk about corners, over here, as you can see, here, a little bit here, a little bit, just an idea here, and over here on the other side. So it is dust in my eyes and dirt accumulation from the crew and from other stuff. I have sprinkled some mud and dust colors over here at the side, and of course on the tracks. Over in the sides I also used light mud 315 and dark mud. Let me see if I have it close. Give me a moment. As I said, dark mud 316. I have placed a toothpick like this with a stiff paintbrush, and all I did was like this, mud splatters almost in the majority of the whole vehicle, being more persistent over here at the moving gear and at the sides. Well, it did go everywhere, as you can see. There is some splatter over here and here. It is usual for a vehicle that is operating in the field. And then I have proceeded to chipping. I don't know if you can see, I have made 2 layers of chips, mainly in the hatches, like here, places where crew operates, hard edges. And as I said, I have made the chipping in 2 stages. Sponge chipping with the use of sponge as usual. First layer of chips was with dark rust, Panzeraces 302, and where the chips were big enough, I used gunmetal 71072 to depict some extra wear and tear, so it reached bare metal. So like over here in the hatch, I don't know if my camera can catch it. There it is. As you can see, gunmetal makes it more shiny, so there is no rust over here. Crew enters and exits. Crew members enter and exit the vehicle over here, so there is no rust. There is supposed to be shiny metal if you take off the paint. Over here is the same, where chips were big enough and let me do it. So I made some slight chipping here and there, and after all that I have applied the dark wash to mostly to the recesses, like the weld seams all around the superstructure. As you can see, there are plenty. Places like the hatches here and here, and whenever detail was present, so I can make it pop a little bit more. And this is the stage where I stopped. I said that this was enough. To be honest with you, I was afraid I was afraid not mess the whole thing up, and this is how it looks. That's the final for the Elephant. Once again, I wanna thank Jeff from Smoky Mountain Modeler for gifting me this kit and giving me the opportunity to practice on the Zimmerit and make an elephant, because I didn't have one in the stash. Now my thoughts about this kit are that it is quite a solid kit, and pretty easy to go together. You just have to be a little bit careful, read the instructions, follow them step by step. It has a few issues, but nothing that you won't be able to fix, as I did. For the guys that followed the series of this build, they know that I almost fixed every issue. Now for the guys that they don't want to apply Zimmerid as I did by themselves, there are probably some aftermarket Zimmerid photo etched pieces out there, so they can grab it. Brett G is also doing a similar dragon kit, a similar elephant dragon kit. This one is more premium than mine. It has more PE inside and more extra parts. You can also go and check this one out. But anyway, as I said, this one is a pretty solid kit, and if I have to recommend it to someone, I'm gonna recommend it to experienced modelers and not beginners, because of the nature of the build. It may be overwhelming to the beginners, and they may not know a lot about troubleshooting in their kits. Anyway, there we have it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. This is probably the last time you see it. You see the elephant. Onwards to the next build. Thank you for keeping me company throughout the whole series. Past George is signing out. And with all that said and done, we have made it to the end of this series. Before I go, I wanna thank each and every one of you guys that followed along. A special thank you to my old and new subscribers. You guys are the best, and you are the reason I keep doing these videos. For the newcomers out there, welcome guys. I hope that you like what I do. If so, you all know what to do. Leave a like, comment with your thoughts and opinions, share the video if you believe that it deserves to be shared, or even consider subscribing for more builds to come your way. Until the next time, fellow modelers and friends, take care and model on. It was that Mofo Daemon, signing out.